Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm sure most of you are aware that US of A, America is hosting the upcoming FIFA World Cup. Now there's only one problem. Most people are beginning to cancel their FIFA World Cup tickets. The reason will surprise you. It has got everything to do with the recent event that happened in Minnesota, where ICE agents unalived a US citizen. So because of that, I am sure that has triggered a lot of people across the globe. People canceling their tickets left and right. And FIFA officials are shaking. This is what this video is all about. So make sure you watch this video up to the end. Go ahead, drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll come back at the middle of this video and at the end of this video to give my own 2 cents. Let's dive into the video.
Baby, they ain't coming, they ain't coming, they ain't coming no more. 17,000 soccer fans from around the world have canceled their tickets for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And this is all a result of the Trump administration's policy around migration. People around the world see what's happening to migrants in this country, see what's happening to American citizens like Renee Nicole Good in this country, and they are saying, won't be me, bitch, it won't be me. I'm gonna stay home. And this is devastating news for the American economy because the FIFA World Cup was expected to bring in $17.2 billion. $17.2 billion. Money that this American economy desperately needs. A number of businesses in major cities are closing down. Cities like Las Vegas and Miami, empty. The economy needs it, but the people are taking note and doing what's right for them. And to be honest, what's universally right for humanity. Hashtag boycott World Cup.
America has an undercover police force that's authorized to shoot in the face in broad daylight, lock you in a cage, or profile you for an even slightly foreign accent or appearance. And it's hosting the World Cup, a tournament that's supposed to represent global unity, while it's also actively invading and threatening other countries that don't agree with it. It's disgraceful. Do not come to America for the World Cup.
There are reports coming out right now that nearly 25,000 fans have canceled their 2026 World Cup tickets for matches in the United States. And before anybody jumps in, yeah, the numbers are not completely confirmed by FIFA, but the reason people are canceling en masse matters. And I'm sure these numbers will continue to grow. Fans are saying the same thing over and over, that the US feels unsafe, obviously, because of the political climate, because of immigration enforcement, because we're living in what is giving totalitarian regime, because people are watching videos of ICE grabbing folks off the streets, of families disappearing into detention, of travelers being terrified they won't even make it out of the airport, of people being literally unalived by the Cheeto Puffs Gestapo. And people are asking a very reasonable question. Why would I spend thousands of dollars to visit the US that's openly treating immigrants like this? Why would I be supporting a fascist country? FIFA wants to pretend that it's politically neutral, but that argument collapses when their president is handing Donald Trump a made-up FIFA Peace Prize, praising him publicly and cozying up to this administration that's actively creating fear and harm. That is not neutrality. That is alignment. That is capitulation. That is bending the knee. And look, demand for the World Cup, let's not pretend it's not massive. Let's not pretend tickets aren't selling. This isn't about empty seats. This is about who feels safe enough to sit in them. Frankly, the US should not be hosting the World Cup or the Olympics. We got no business doing any of this. And I'm saying this as someone who's a huge sports fan. I love the Olympics. I love the World Cup. But what are we doing? If international fans, players, and workers are scared to come here, that's clearly a sign of human rights issues. But you're really not paying attention if you needed this to be your sign. Sports do not exist in a vacuum, and although things are very much giving totalitarian regime right now, I'm glad people are boycotting with their wallets. We may potentially see a pulling back in response to this, but to be honest, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen from this administration. We all know that a big goal is to avoid the midterms at this point. So the president of FIFA is going to see in real time that bending the knee and being so spineless and quite frankly so made was extremely fruitless. Until next time, y'all.
Just like a serious question, but how is America still allowed to host the World Cup? Like how? How many countries have they bombed in the last year? How many genocides have they actively been complicit in? They've got a dictator in power, and now you've got ICE agents shooting their own citizens. I know I've mentioned this already in my last video, but I seriously think the public is not reacting enough to this. People are not angry enough. I seriously do not know how America is still allowed to host the World Cup. They should be banned. It should just be Mexico and Canada. And if anyone is going to America for the World Cup, this is the part I repeated in my last video, and I'm going to repeat it again. Do not go, especially those who live in Europe, and not even just Europe, anywhere that's outside of America. Do not go. And if you have tickets, and if you have booked to go, cancel it immediately. Do not give them any more money.
Over 16,800 people canceled their FIFA World Cup tickets over the last 48 hours. This surge in cancellation of tickets is fueling a call for a boycott of the World Cup in general in America, citing that America is not safe for not only the fans, but especially the athletes that are coming from nations that our current government deems shitholes. 4 years ago, the World Cup was held in Qatar. When that announcement was made, there were a bunch of human rights organizations and watch groups who had their ears turned up to say, how could you possibly do a World Cup in the Arab world that's not in line with democracy, freedom, and human rights? And now we have people from the Arab world canceling their tickets in the modern free Western world due to human rights concerns and violence that's being done against people of a specific race, religion, and phenotype. Fans are citing safety fears, political protests, and a growing human rights concern about the way that humans are being treated in America. In response to the growing backlash, FIFA has announced that they're going to set an emergency meeting this week to discuss the ongoing concerns and how to mitigate tens of thousands, if not 100,000 people canceling their tickets. The games are set to start from June 11th, and they're taking place in Canada, America, and Mexico, but the bulk of the games are being done in America, where we currently have ICE and police attacking American citizens. Like, I knew that this would be a concern, especially with when you look at the countries that are football, soccer fans. It's all the people that this current administration hates. It's not majority white people. Yeah, a lot of Europeans love soccer, but a lot of the countries are coming from Black, brown, Muslim, Arab, Asian, Latino people. The people that by said racial profiling would get picked up by ICE. ICE, who is killing American citizens and rounding up kids, underage kids. ICE even rounded up a priest, and they had a priest at gunpoint. And then they put the priest in the car, detained him, and they kept trying to intimidate the priest. And he was like, I'm not scared of you. And then they said to him, well, you're white. You're not fun anyway.
An ICE agent literally came over to me and said, what did you say? I said, I am not afraid. And they pointed at my face. ICE put handcuffs on my hands and put me in a black SUV. And then a few moments later, they came back and they said, are you afraid yet? And I said, no. And then they said it. Well, you're white. You wouldn't be fun anyway. It was then that I knew that the staging, that these ICE raids are really about fear and intimidation.
Just proving the point that all of the racial tensions in this country are at the behest of the current administration, but that ICE is racially profiling people and white people should have been safe, but they just killed a white woman. I say all that to say, there is growing concern for human rights issues and safety in this country. And how long does America get to act like they're still the beacon of the world, the beacon of freedom, and the beacon of democracy? Because in fact, we're definitely not.
Okay, so what I'm about to say has everything to do with what is happening right now in America, and the ongoing situation is directly connected to why thousands of people around the world are allegedly cancelling their FIFA World Cup tickets. So over the past week, a very public incident in Minneapolis, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, has ignited global outrage. An ICE agent, we all know this, we know what happened, allegedly, not really allegedly, unalived, I can't use that word, unalived a 37-year-old American woman during a federal immigration enforcement operation. The woman, Renee Nicole Good, was unalived in broad daylight as videos and protests spread across social media and news outlets, fueling international shock and condemnation. Now, I want to be clear, this isn't about bashing human rights or making an attack on America, but the unaliving of a U.S. citizen by a federal agent in front of the world has triggered deep fear, anger, and questions about safety and accountability. And now what is surprising is that this outrage has apparently spilled over into the sports world. Across social media and global forums, people are claiming that between 17,000 and 25,000 fans have cancelled their FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets, not necessarily because they won't watch the tournament, but because they no longer feel safe attending it in the United States. Again, these numbers aren't officially confirmed. That's the buzz online and in the press right now. And it is important to understand the context. This isn't simply about soccer. It's a reaction to perception, to tragedy, and to fear about what America has become in the eyes of many people around the world. And some fans have openly cited this incident and what it symbolizes as a reason for pulling back. They're connecting global safety concerns with why they may not want to travel or celebrate a major international event in the country currently grappling with such a controversial and emotionally charged moment. And on top of that, FIFA has reportedly called an emergency meeting to address the backlash and figure out on how to respond to these ticket cancellation and boycott calls, a sign that this has escalated beyond just chatter and into official concern. And let me go ahead and repeat this very clear. This isn't simply about soccer fans being dramatic. It's about people around the world reacting to what they see as violence and instability and making decisions based on what they believe the United States represents right now.
I'm hearing that the FIFA organization had to call in an emergency meeting because more than 16,000 fans have canceled their tickets. They're scuffling to try to sell tickets now. Baby, to those more than 16,000 fans, baby, y'all made the right decision. It is not worth coming to a country where you don't know if you're safe. You don't know if you're going to be on vacation and you end up getting round up by some ICE thugs because they are racist towards your skin color. So yeah, they made the right decision. Baby, I would cancel too. I'm from here and don't want to be here, let alone encouraging someone that is not from here to come here. Yeah, y'all make the right decision, and good luck, FIFA, because baby, yeah, you get it.
Please do not come to the United States. We are not the same country we were 4 months ago. It is not safe here anymore. They can pull you off the street. They can detain you. They'll do God knows what to you. They're doing it to our own citizens. They will do it to you. Please do not support American products. Don't buy American. Don't vacation here. I'm very sorry to say this, and I want to apologize on behalf of all rational Americans in this country who are fighting Trump tooth and nail with everything we have. We're sorry. We're doing the best we can to get rid of this guy and all his crooked cronies, but we're having a very difficult time doing it. We handed him the keys. An ignorant populace handed him the keys to this kingdom, and we're finding it very difficult to even slow him down, frankly. I think America's done. I hate to say that, but I don't know how much we can do, what we can do to slow this guy down. We're trying very hard. Please don't support us anymore. And to my government, my friends in government all over the world who we dealt with in business and for so many years, you guys were so good to us all over the place. You know, France, Australia, the United Kingdom, of course, Canada, of course, Mexico, you know, Costa Rica, Panama, all over Asia. You know, you guys have been wonderful partners to us for years. I'm so sorry. You like dirt. Don't expect anything better from him in the future. He's a tyrant. He wants to be a dictator, and frankly, he's turning into one very quickly. Again, we're having a hard time slowing him down. I'm sorry to say that. Please don't trust this guy. If you're working in government, he makes you a promise. His promise is worth nothing. I've known this guy for 30 years. His word is worthless. And that goes for all of his crooked cronies in our GOP that are supporting him. Do not trust this guy. Do not trust. The reason I'm telling you this right now, if you're wondering, is because I'm getting out to a couple million people on social media a week now. And he's going to shut me down. He's shutting friends of mine down. He's threatening my friends that have millions and millions of viewers on social media that are rational thinking people. He's threatening them within an inch of their life. He's going after them for taxes. He's going after them for any way he can. And I'm afraid it's going to continue. And I won't be able to say this, so I'm saying it now. Do not trust anything American at this point. We are not the same country. I don't know that we ever will be. Again, apologies from America. You guys have been so great to us, and just We're so
We have some concerning news regarding the FIFA World Cup. A lot of people are canceling their tickets. About 20,000 cancellations have come in the last 48 hours, maybe more. The international community does not feel safe traveling to the US, so we got to figure something out. You know, this is interesting because under normal circumstances, you could just say, well, fuck the international community. This is America. We'll just cater this to an American audience. But unfortunately, Americans don't really watch soccer. I don't know that we can fill up those stadiums by ourselves. We don't even call the sport the right name because we already have a football. We have our own version of football. We're not calling this football. FIFA's going to have to pivot, and they need to pivot quickly, and I know exactly what they need to do. Instead of making this a whole soccer thing, let's just make it a music festival. Get the celebrities involved. You know Americans love celebrities and pop culture. It'll just be a FIFA/soccer themed music festival. It can be FIFA-chella. I saw a clip of Cardi B a few days ago talking about her upcoming tour. The fans were asking her what the theme is and what they should wear, and Cardi didn't know. Cardi, make it soccer themed. Have the people come in wearing soccer jerseys, and that can be like the whole Am I the Drama tour. Also, you can have a little set at the FIFA-chella festival also. Simple. How do y'all feel about my plan? Do y'all think it could work? Do y'all think we can get them ticket sales up? Let me know in the comments.
The U.S. cannot be allowed to host the World Cup or the Olympics. Boycott it. Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, Senegal, Iran, Cote d'Ivoire all need to say, we're not playing in the World Cup. You cannot have a country hosting the Olympics bombing and invading a sovereign nation and taking their leader. When Russia attacked Ukraine, they were removed from all international sporting events, and the U.S. needs to get the same smoke. When the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, there was an international boycott. There needs to be the same thing with the United States. These countries need to say, we're not going to play in the United States. We're not coming to the United States. The U.S. will not be allowed to host the Olympics. They will not be allowed to host the World Cup. Not to mention the fact that there are partial and full bans that the Trump administration has put in mostly to black countries like Senegal, like Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, that's going to make it difficult for their fans to come and support their teams during the World Cup. The U.S. needs to be kicked out of the World Cup. It needs to be kicked out of FIBA. It needs to be kicked out of all international sporting events for this. They need to get the same treatment that Russia got when it did its attacks on Ukraine. There needs to be a statement that the U.S. cannot be a rogue state and expect to be hosting international events. Absolutely not. Unacceptable.
What is even crazy about this entire situation is that it's not just people outside of America reacting anymore. Even American citizens themselves are now coming forward publicly discouraging the rest of the world from traveling to the United States to attend the World Cup. Think about that for a second, guys. When a country's own people are warning others not to come, not because of the weather, not because of prices, but because of safety, stability, and trust, that alone tells you something serious is happening in the country. This is not coming from hatred, guys. This is not coming from jealousy. This is not coming from propaganda. It's coming from fear, disappointment, and a deep sense that something has shifted. People who once felt proud to host the World Cup are now questioning whether the world should even come. And that, to me, is one of the most painful parts of this entire conversation, because the World Cup is supposed to be about unity, it's supposed to be about culture, celebration, diversity, joy, and just togetherness. It's supposed to be a moment where the world forgets its difference and meets on one field. But right now, many people don't see that image when they think about the United States of America. They see tension, they see division, they see violence, they see fear. And whether we like it or not, perception matters. Now, again, let me make this very clear. This video is not here to bash America. This video is not here to attack any group, any institution, or any country. This commentary is based on what public, on the public conversation, public reactions, and public observations happening online. Nothing in this video is confirmed proof that people are truly canceling their FIFA World Cup tickets. The numbers being mentioned are not officially verified. right. This is simply what the internet is saying, what people are claiming, and what global conversations are reflecting. This video is for entertainment purposes only, for that matter. But if only a small portion of these claims are true, it still speaks volumes, because it shows how fragile trust has become. It shows how quickly global confidence can shift, and it shows how one event can ripple across borders, across cultures, and even into something as powerful as the World Cup. And the saddest part is none of this should be happening, Sports should never be overshadowed by fear. Celebration should never be replaced with caution. Travel should never, make you feel like you're taking a risk. And unity should never feel unsafe. Yet here we are. We are living in a time where people are questioning everything, where citizens are questioning their own government, where visitors are questioning their safety, where supporters are questioning their loyalty, and where the world is watching America not just as a country, but as a symbol. And that symbol right now is complicated. Some people still see hope. Some still see opportunity. Some still greatness, but others see pain. Others see chaos. Others see warning signs, and everyone is entitled to their own perspective. What I personally find powerful is not whether the tickets are cancelled or not, but the fact that people are even talking about cancelling them. That alone shows how emotionally charged the atmosphere has become. And maybe this is not just about soccer. Maybe it's about identity. Maybe it's about trust. Maybe it's about the world asking a very simple question. Is this still the America we believed in? And maybe that question doesn't have a simple answer anymore. So as we watch how this story continues to unfold, as FIFA holds meetings, as fans debate, as citizens speak, and as the world observes, I think the most important thing we can do is stay respectful, and stay honest about what we are witnessing. Because history is not only written in textbooks, sometimes it is written in ticket cancellations, in social media posts, in global reactions, and in the voices of everyday people. And those voices are getting so loud. So like I said, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing here is confirmed proof. Everything discussed is based on online conversations, public reactions, and current global discourse. But that doesn't mean the conversation isn't real at all. Now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this entire situation? Do you believe people are truly canceling their World Cup tickets? Do you think America's image has changed globally, or do you think this is just another internet storm that will fade away? Go ahead, drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. I genuinely want to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so that you don't have to miss my next video. And as always, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.